do we reconcile finding our authentic Aikido with following a teacher, following a form, following a tradition?
How many hours do we have?
Yeah, give me your short version. I mean, to a certain extent, we have to, we go in unshaped and we need to shape or
Feminine
feminine.
side.
I think it's important. I think that, that just like
I mean,
the men have to shift to allow more the receptivity and more the feminine aspect in.
yeah. I mean, in the end, if you want to do your Aikido, you have to find out who you are. You cannot deny who you are, and the
Yeah.
more you are who you are, the more you will do your Aikido. I had this, yoga teacher a long time ago, maybe 25 years ago. Yanakananda was his name, and somebody asked him, he said, I'm not so flexible. Can I do this? And my friend is much more flexible, and he's a character. He said, shut up. He said. The only yoga you can do is your yoga.
Is your yoga. That's awesome.
You can never do anybody else's yoga. Why do you compare? It's complete waste of time and energy. Stay with your yoga because that's anyway the only yoga you can do. And I went home from his seminar and thought, shit, the only Aikido I can do is my Aikido. There is no other Aikido I can do.
So I completely agree. So let me ask you then, how do we reconcile finding our authentic Aikido with following a teacher, following a form, following a tradition?
How many hours do we have?
Yeah, give me your short version. I mean, to a certain extent, we have to, we go in unshaped and we need to shape ourselves under a certain tradition.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation, Miles.
Yeah.
What is your answer to that?
I think there's more than one approach, but you hear me say this all the time, the Picasso quote, to learn the rules like a pro so you can break the rules like an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very step-by-step quote. Yeah. So first you spend a few years shaping, and then you spend a few years breaking, and then you spend the rest of your life being an artist. But I'm not so sure that that's the only way. I think that some people, can go directly to discovering their own Aikido. But I mean, you, me, we went through years of a lineage. We shaped ourselves in our teacher's form. No, but it's important.
But it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
But if you bring it further, Miles, if you say you have to find your own Aikido, maybe there are personal ways to find your own Aikido.
That's true. I agree. That's a
Some
totally common
people
thing.
will follow a teacher for 50 years and then break out. Some people never follow a teacher and find their own Aikido. Because there are personal ways to find your own Aikido. It's included in the concept somehow.
So you can approach it from either direction or
probably
any variation.
I think it has to do with your personality also or circumstances. And like you say, there are many versions.
Yeah.